So let me get this straight. You decide to end Payback, which is supposed to be the new era of WWE, with a McMahon promo. A McMahon promo is the ending to Payback, which tells us what the main event is for the next pay-per-view. An AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns rematch. Explain to me why I should even watch Raw tomorrow. Like, why should I watch Raw? Explain that to me. Oh, you can't? Exactly. Here we go. What's up, jabroni? Steven here to give you guys the results and my reaction to WWE Payback 2016. And in all honesty, we got a pretty good show. Gave us about 2 good hours and an hour at the end that was just kind of... We don't know what it was because it was good wrestling, but horrible booking. We'll leave it at that. But let's start at the beginning of the show, ladies and gentlemen. First off, the first match of the night was Baron Corbin versus Dolph Ziggler, which got pushed into the pre-show. Now, this match was okay. I'm not going to say it's fantastic. Dolph did some good things. Baron did some good things. I thought Baron was a sure thing going to win because of the fact that it's Dolph Ziggler and he's the biggest glorified jobber there is. But somehow, this new era of WWE starts it by having Dolph beat Baron? I guess that's okay. Not sure what this is going to be doing in the future or what Baron's going to be doing in the future. I don't get it. But nonetheless, Dolph wins. Next, we have Kalisto and Ryback, and I'm going to call it a really good match. Like, it's a really good match. Kalisto and Ryback was the match that I could give 2 shits about. I didn't care about this match. But somehow, when watching it, I got really into it. Ryback did some really good things. Kalisto did some really good things. I mean, it was just a good match. Honestly, it was a good match. I don't have too much bad to say about this. And Kalisto didn't lose, so my whole Ryback getting a push with the belt and John Cena coming back isn't going to happen. I don't know what they're going to do with it. I mean, Kalisto never defends it. Kalisto never even fights singles matches anymore, so what are they going to do with the belt? I don't know, but Kalisto wins. He keeps it. Ryback put on a hell of a good match, and I don't know what they're going to do with Ryback, but nonetheless, Kalisto wins. Next, we have Enzo and Cass versus the Vaudevillains, and Enzo and Cass are so over. They are so over. But man, this match was fucking scary. Like, Enzo Amore took a really bad off the ropes, hit off the apron and fell to the outside. It was scary, guys. It was insanely scary. I thought that Enzo was like paralyzed. It was bad. It was bad. He looked like he was dead. He wasn't moving. He was just laying there. Colin Cassady was looked like he was tearing up. The New Day, which are the party guys, just stopped and were just in awe, looking super scared. The announce team was scared. It was a scary moment, guys. Super scary moment. This match ends in no contest because it lasted about 5, maybe 7 minutes, and yeah, it was scary. Enzo took a really big hit, and I don't know what they're gonna do with them. The good thing is that he is walking, or can feel his limbs, and he is talking. He is conscious, but he has a very severe concussion, which in WWE means that you're gonna be out of action for a few months. Or at least a month. I'm not sure what they're gonna do now because of the fact that they were so over. I mean, this ends in no contest. They can play up that the Vaudevillains now do get the New Day, which will keep that angle going, but scary, scary stuff, guys. The match ends in no contest. Vaudevillains are probably going to go with the New Day just because Enzo and Cass are going to be out of the picture for a little bit, so fucking scary, scary shit. Next, we have Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens in what was the best match of the night, and it is what we expected it to be. It was amazing in all of its glory. It was beautiful to watch. Great spots, great wrestling, great heel tactics by Kevin Owens, great underdog stuff from Sami Zayn. It was just greatness, greatness. I loved it. I love this match. It was so good. So good. So many good spots. So many just good things. Kevin Owens ends up winning, which is what I expected to happen just because of the fact that Sami Zayn's career is the type that he always loses, and then when he needs to win the big one, he wins it. and something else happens later on that'll feed into something. So Kevin Owens wins, and I was actually happy about it. He brings Byron into the ring, or Byron into the ring, and he does his whole heel thing with it, and he decides to do commentary for the next match. So very, very good match. So the next match was Cesaro versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship, and I gotta say that this match was actually pretty good. There were some cool heel things by The Miz and Maurice, some great moments of just pure tactical strength and ability by Cesaro. I mean, it was just a really good match. And there were genuine moments where I thought Cesaro was going to win, but there were some shenanigans happening outside between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. When Kevin Owens was on commentary, they start to go at it while Cesaro is in the ring fighting The Miz. Then the shenanigans make their way into the ring as Cesaro has The Miz and his crippler crossface. Yep, that's what I'm going to call it because that is the name of that move. And when that's happening, the referee doesn't see The Miz tapping, and then Cesaro attacks Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, and then The Miz gets a roll-up pin, and that is how it ends. This feels like it's setting up some type of fatal four-way for Extreme Rules, and this is going to essentially be a rivalry, I think, between all four of these for maybe 1 or 2 months. And I think that in the end, either Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens will have the belt, and at SummerSlam, their rivalry will end for the Intercontinental Championship. That is just what I believe, and I think it just makes sense. So The Miz wins for now, and I'm not super mad about that. I get that I want Cesaro to get it, but I'm not mad that The Miz has it because it is setting up something for the future in a fatal four-way type of thing. Now, the next match was Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho, and after a beginning like we had, this match was okay. It was all right. It wasn't bad. It was okay. Jericho did some really good moves here. Dean Ambrose looked really good. At moments, Dean Ambrose looked pretty strong. I mean, it was a solid, good match. I'm not going to get mad at this match, but the other 2 matches that we've had, or 3 matches, or 4 matches that we had, to me were just better than this one. This one, to me, was on par with the Baron and Dolph Ziggler match, but just had more value because you had Chris Jericho and Dean Ambrose, which are better characters. But this match was good. In the end, Dean Ambrose gets the much needed victory because Dean Ambrose needs a win. He needs a win because after that loss to Brock Lesnar, he needs to look strong, get a win here. So I'm super cool with that. And this rivalry will probably end here, and Chris Jericho will move on to something. Maybe he'll move on to Kalisto or something else. But this was a good win for Dean Ambrose. I don't know what you do with Dean now, honestly. I don't know, but this was a good win for Dean. So at this part of the show is when things started to go awry for me, and that was when Charlotte versus Natalia happened. We had Ric Flair at ringside for Charlotte, Bret Hart at ringside for Natalia, and it was a pretty good match. It wasn't a great match. It was as solid as the one before it with Dean and Ambrose and Jericho. It was an okay match. Decent things. I mean, Charlotte is a phenomenal wrestler. Natalia is a phenomenal wrestler, but something about it didn't sync up. They weren't super on par when they were fighting. Things were just off. There were some good spots by both of them, but just things didn't sync up. Now, the ending of this match was bad. It was horrible. The ending of this match ruined the match for me. So we had Bret Hart at ringside, of course, and they were talking about things, and earlier they were bringing up the Montreal Screwjob, and I was like, okay, that's an odd thing to bring up. But then something happened at the end. Charlotte has Natalia in a submission, the figure 4 or figure 8, whatever the fuck they call it, and they did a Montreal screw job type of deal for Natalia to lose. But it was bad. It was bad. It was like, why do the screw job? It's so corny. It doesn't build up to anything. The referee that did it doesn't make any sense. Why would he do it? None of it makes any sense. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense story-wise. It doesn't make sense any way-wise. Why would Bret Hart even agree to this? I don't get it. It was bad. Charlotte ends up winning in the end, and it was just, she wins by the screw job, and it was just bad. It was bad. You got to see Bret Hart in the ring doing the sharpshooter on Ric Flair, and I guess that was cool, but it was bad. Then we had the McMahons come out into the ring. We had Vince, we had Stephanie, we had Shane. They went on for what felt like 20 minutes. It might have been 10, but it felt like 20 minutes. It was just, it was just so much talking, so much going back and forth, and it really killed the show. It put the show to a halt right there. Ultimately, to give us what? Nothing. It gave us that Shane and Stephanie will be running Raw together. So, yay, I guess. I don't know. Not the brand split that I was predicting. they're just going to be running Raw together. Maybe this is setting up some type of Triple H versus Shane McMahon at SummerSlam. I don't get it. I don't know. We'll put the brand split on delay. I don't know what's happening here. It doesn't make any sense. Vince is like, well, since you guys are both did decent jobs, you guys can both do it. You guys can do it together. Okay, so that happened. Now it brings us to the final match of the evening, the one that we knew what the ending was going to be, but we wanted shenanigans, we wanted debuts, we wanted all this great shit, and we got none of it. We got none of it. We got some shenanigans, but damn it, no Finn Balor, no AJ Styles win. Damn it. Ultimately, this was a good match. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to hate on Roman in this match. He put up a good match. AJ looked really good in this match. AJ looked really good, really strong. He dominated Roman for most of the match, which is really cool to see. He had Roman on the rope several times, but Roman somehow managed to figure out a way to get out of it. In the end, what ended up happening is that AJ Styles does a phenomenal forearm from the inside of the ring to the outside of the ring onto Roman. It breaks the table. It was amazing. The problem was that AJ wasn't able to get Roman back into the ring before the count out, and it looked weird because AJ could have done the roll in, roll out thing. Nonetheless, that's how the match ends, and then Shane comes out, says the match continues without a count out. Match continues. Then I think Roman accidentally punches AJ in the balls, and referee calls it or something and gives it to AJ by DQ. And then Stephanie comes out, says this match is going to happen without DQ. Then things start happening, more of a fighting. Bullet Club comes out, or Gallows and Anderson come out, beat up Roman Reigns. That goes on for a while. AJ is about to win. But Roman puts his leg up on the ropes. Usos come out. Shenanigans ensue. Great spots happening. Just great things are happening. Then in the end, Roman spears AJ for the win. And that was the ending. No Finn Balor. No more real shenanigans. No Bullet Club turning on AJ. Nothing, really, honestly. Then they decide to cut to the McMahons in the back talking about, that was a great idea, Shane, from doing the whole no count out. And that was a great idea, Stephanie, about doing the no DQ. Do you guys think AJ deserves a match? He mentions Raw for some reason, but I don't get it. He talks about the DQ. Is the DQ match going to be at Raw? Is that what it is? I don't get it. Because if it's not, then fuck you. Because, why would you even be talking about a pay-per-view that's what? Why? Why end this pay-per-view by saying you're going to give AJ Styles a rematch at the next pay-per-view? You give me no incentive to watch Raw now. None. Why? Honestly, why? I don't get it. Overall, I think it was a fun pay-per-view. A lot of good things did happen. But that ending did leave me very deflated and beaten and wanting more, which is usually what ends up happening nowadays with wrestling. Is you get left wanting more, and not in the good way. You get left wanting something to happen good that helps things go forward. So yeah, that was Payback. It was a solidly good pay-per-view, I'm not going to lie. It's just that the endings weren't the ones that we wanted. Storyline and stuff, some of the things just didn't make sense. But nonetheless, let me know what you guys thought below. Comment below. Let me know what you thought of this pay-per-view. I feel very defeated. I'm tired. Let me know if I'm in the wrong here and that ending was good and there's something going forward. Please let me know below. And as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and be on the lookout for more videos. See you guys later. Never listen to criticism, I build my